Hey, what's up? Welcome back. My name is Selena and it's my birthday. All right, so today I wanted to do a little video just reflecting on last year as well as sharing some of my personal, professional, financial goals for this new chapter, chapter 43. So I have a list of questions that I'm gonna share that I'm gonna use to reflect on last year. Those are just a couple. Mainly, the purpose of this video is for me to ask myself some questions where I hope or things that I want to accomplish and where I want to be by the time next year, January 10th, things that I want to accomplish. So this is what the purpose of this video is for, just for me to share a little bit about some of the things that I did chapter 42, and then also forecasting and things that I want to happen for chapter 43. All right. So I have on my iPad a list of questions that I answer. So I'm going to go through all of the questions, and again, so that this time next year I can go back through it and then figure out whether I hit those goals or certain things that I still need to work on. Okay. Question one is, what are your proudest moments last year? Okay. I would say the proudest moment is letting go of certain situations that I felt were causing a lot of stress and anxiety on my body. Like 2024 was a rough year, or chapter 43 we'll say, but mainly 2024 because my birthday's in January. So we'll just say that year was rough on my body. And I think letting go of situations, things that I couldn't control, rather than hold on to it and get so angry or frustrated, I just, again, you can focus on the things that you can control, right? So that was one of the biggest shifts. And then by the end of 2024, I think a lot of the inflammation that my body was dealing with, like a lot of that went away because I just let go. Okay. So that was one of my proudest moments. And also becoming an Orange Theory coach again. Like I was a coach prior to having Luna up until literally about a month before I had her, and took time to stay home with her for 2 years, grow my mobile bakery, and no matter what I leave and go do, like I always end up back in the fitness realm because that's my first love. So going back through certification and just being back with the members, so that's probably one of the proudest moments that I would say for last year. Next question is, what lessons did you learn? I think one of the lessons that I learned, and also still learning, is just to nurture those close relationships that I have. Like I only have a small amount of friends. I don't let a lot of people in, but just nurturing and being thankful for the relationships and the friendships and the family that I have in my life. So what do you hope to achieve this year? So my hope for this year is, career-wise, to transition into the health and wellness, fitness path full-time. That's like one of my main goals for this year. I also want to work on strengthening my marriage, as well as strengthening my relationships with my daughters and friends and family. Just a broad view. Also want to focus on training for High Rocks, and hopefully I'm going to enjoy it and then compete in more than just one competition, as well as run at least 2 5Ks a month this year. What are your personal, professional, and fitness goals? And this is just a general overview. I would say my personal goal would be just to be healthier, my body. Again, 2024 was rough on me. So just overall physical health, mental health, and well-being. And then professional, of course, fitness full-time. And fitness goal would be 5Ks. Again, get back into probably the best shape that I've been in my 40s. Like that's what I'm looking forward to for this year. So now these are the questions that I'm going to ask. That's just a little reflection of last year. Again, also a little bit of what's to come this for my goals this year. So I have four or five questions in each category: personal goals, fitness goals, professional goals, family and lifestyle goals, and then financial. Okay, so we're gonna start with personal goals. So personal goals, how many books or audio books would you like to read this year? So I put five. So when I used to make my vision boards, I would like set goals, put pictures of a book on there, and then say I'm gonna read one book a month and 12. That's ambitious. I'm not a reader like that, or take the time to sit and read. I will listen to audiobooks, and I didn't even look to see like how many audiobooks I may have read or read last year. But we're gonna say five. Hopefully it's more than that, but I'm used to saying like 12, one a month, and then I've never hit that goal. So I didn't want to start this year saying that I'm going to do that, knowing like I failed every year prior to this. So I just said five. What new skills or hobbies would you like to explore? So I have a silhouette. What is it? It's a silhouette machine. It's another name for it. I forgot the other name for it. But anyways, it's a silhouette machine, and I've had it for about maybe 2 or 3 years, and I have not done anything with it. I think I took it out of the box once and tried it, and then just never took the time or made the time, because again, we make time for the things that we want. So I never made the time to learn it, and so that's one of my goals this year. I think I paid $300 for it, and so I want to put it to use. And again, it's part of my creativity. I love to tap into that. So that's one thing. And also, I've gone to our local library, and there's like a knitting crocheting group, and I've always wanted to learn. And when I went there, like, they helped me a lot, but again, if you don't work that muscle, you forget. So I'm pretty much starting brand new and fresh. I want to learn how to crochet or knit. I think when I went there, it was knitting. It seems to be crocheting might be a little bit easier, but again, it's a new skill, so it's gonna come with its challenges. But either one of those, or maybe both, I want to learn how to do that by the by this time next year. What relationships would you like to nurture or strengthen? And again, I mentioned that a little bit in the question prior about reflecting on the past year. Of course, my marriage, my relationship with God, my relationship with my daughters. That's definitely relationships that I want to strengthen. All right, next question is, how would you like to prioritize self-care? Okay, main thing is I want to get back into therapy. I've been in it like on and off. That's something that a commitment or self-care that I want to do for myself. So I want to get back into therapy routinely, as well as make or have self-care days. Like, again, Sunday was an impromptu self-care day, and it felt great, like being by myself and just doing things that to take care of me. Again, impromptu, it just ended up being, did one thing, did another. So I'm like, maybe this is something that I can routinely do. And then also journal, like get some of the things and thoughts out of your head and written down. And so that's one of the self-care things that I want to incorporate for this year. Okay, next question. Is there a personal milestone you like to reach? So one of the things, we've been in this house for, Luna is 5, about to be 6. So we've been in the house 6 years. And so I want it to be a little homey, make it a little homier, if that makes sense. Like for each room and space to feel lived in and comfortable, and maybe do some projects that we've been putting off. One of the main things is in our workout room, take out the carpet and put some floors down there that is good for sweating. That's probably one of the first projects we'll tackle. And then our spare bedroom up there, again, it's become like a junk room. So get rid of some stuff, declutter, like that's a big thing. So that's like one of the main things, I think, because once you go in a space, like it'll allow you to be creative, especially like if it's nice and fresh. And so just, again, freshen up our home, make it a little bit more homey. So that's like one of my personal milestone, I guess, I'm going to say. All right, so that was personal goals. So fitness goals. How many 5Ks or similar events would you like to run? So I said 40. So breaking it down, I want to run about at least 2 5Ks a month. And so that's 24. And then I want to do at least 4 High Rocks events. So that's 28. And then who knows, whatever else. I know there's a hike that I want to do. It's a 20-mile hike that I want to do, thinking about contemplating, maybe throw in 10Ks or maybe 1 half marathon. We'll see, who knows. So I just, again, 40. If I get hit more than 1 or 2 5Ks a month, that's great. And so we'll just, again, stretch it and say 40. How many High Rocks competitions would you like to compete in? I just answer that. I want to do at least 4. What fitness challenges would you like to try? So I haven't done I haven't done a 10K in a long time. Like 5K is like, all right, that's good enough. I'm not a big music person, so when it gets into these longer races, I'm like, what am I gonna sit there and think about for all this time? Besides, like, is it over? How much longer do I have? I have ran 1 half marathon, and so I did say 10Ks possibly, and then 1 half marathon. Like, I don't think I will get that runner's high from a half marathon. So we'll just leave it at 1. So that's something additional I would like to accomplish. What specific strength or endurance goals would you like to achieve? And I think the fastest 5K time, it was like 26, like almost 27. So like right under 27. So I put 26:15. I just pulled out that number. Like, I know I wanted to be in the 26, but not like closer to 27. So I said I want to get my 5K time down to like 26:15. So improve that. And then how will you track your progress and stay motivated? And of course, the way I can track that to get my time down is by running 5Ks, at least 2 a month, and keeping track of, my time. So that's one way of doing it. And also interval training too. That'll help. So that's fitness goals. Now we move on to professional goals. I'm pretty sure you can guess what those are. So what new opportunities do you want to pursue in your career or entrepreneurial journey? So I would like to get brand deals or sponsorships. That's one of the things, like, again, moving into the back into a fitness career. Like, not only do I want to do things locally, but also on a broader scale, catch the eye of some brands, or maybe just reach out, YOLO, and see if I can gain some sponsorships and brand deals. So that's a big thing. How many YouTube subscribers or views would you like to gain? Of course, as many as I can, but just to put a number out there, again, we're thinking in a year. I said I would like to gain 10,000 subscribers and views. I mean, how can you really say how many views? I just said millions, why not? There's not a specific number, and I don't really know what's a good number, but enough views for me to get monetized. Okay, I will say that. All right, what partnerships or collaborations would you like to secure? So I said Peloton, Adidas. I haven't really looked into like what partnerships are out there, what people are saying, but because I am part of the Peloton cult, and I have seen people share clothes and things that they've gotten from Peloton. I mean, because we have all the things, like, why not? So, but I'll look more into that, but those are just 2 that I have seen before. Oh, my sash fell. I didn't realize my sash fell. Oh gosh, fix myself, girl. Are there any specific skills or certifications you want to acquire? So maybe yoga, Pilates, stretching, like something more calming. Like, usually the things that I do are high intensity. So something as you get older, and again, thinking about my demographics, stretching, weightlifting, all those things are important. So something like a little bit more that'll help my body and recovery a little bit more. Last one, what content or projects are you excited to create this year? So there's not really any particular content or project that I'm excited to create. I think now that I've started working this content creation YouTube video, back on social media posting and trying to be consistent, like that's the energy that I want to keep for this next year, is to continue that really. And then whatever brand deals, sponsorships that come about, like I'm excited about, because that's ultimately the goal. So I think my first one will be like the most exciting, but just being more consistent and being creative, like all the content, because again, it's allowing me to, I'm enjoying myself and having fun, and then just putting myself out there. Okay, so that's professional goals. Now we move on to family and lifestyle goals. What adventures or travel experiences would you like to have with your family? So camping for sure is something that we've thought about, talked about. We've done like the glamping, the nice tents and stuff like that. The domes, things like that. Me and my husband have stayed. We with the kids, we did what is it? I forgot the name of it, but it was like little cabins that we did for like 4th of July. And so more like real camping. So that, and of course, Luna talks about our Disney cruise that we went on. And so we want to take her either Disney World or back on another Disney cruise this year, because that's just something that we all enjoy. And then just like little trips. Me and my husband went to Mexico and we stayed at a great resort where all the adventures and everything's included. And then they have a family, that was the adult side. They have like a family side. So we'd love to go there with the girls, and then just whatever, just experiencing, having more experiences this year for sure, rather than just like getting stuff. But again, I'll mention that again, probably shortly. What traditions or memories would you like to create with your girls? For Halloween, we always dress up. Like that is, we always have a theme. That's just been my thing. I love I love traditions. I love costumes. I love being creative. Like that's been my continuous creative outlet. So I think keeping up with our family theme, costumes. Hopefully Maya will come back from college and also want to participate in it or be in the picture at least. And then I'm kind of bummed that Chick-fil-A used to do the Cow Appreciation Day, and me and Maya started doing that together. And because of COVID, they have not brought it back. And I wish they would bring back the Cow Appreciation Day, because that was so much fun. Like I spent more money on the costumes than an actual meal cost, but it was just the fact of creating memories. So just continue to do things like that. We always do the Christmas pajamas and stuff like that. Like I love those type of things. And I would also like to like do more family pictures. That's one thing we don't do, like professional family pictures. Like I would like to do that every year, maybe twice a year, as well. How can you balance work, fitness, and family life more effectively? I would say the best way would be planning. Like I hope this year, like I'm a planner. Sometimes I get away from it, but I do know that when I do plan, like things end up being like working out so much better, going according to plan. Yeah, there may be some hiccups, but just overall picture, like when I plan things out, things go so much smoother. So just being more organized and making sure I schedule things, and we have a family calendar, making sure things are on the calendar so everybody knows what everybody's doing. So yeah, I think that's the best way to balance things. And when you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. I heard that when I was a part of Weight Watchers like years ago, not long after I had Amaya. So that's one thing that I remember. And it's so true. Like if you do fail to plan, then you're planning to fail at whatever you're trying to do. What fun or meaningful ways will you celebrate milestones with your loved ones? And I mentioned it before. We've always said and had in the back of our head, like we're going to do more experiences when it comes to like birthdays and when it comes to like Christmas. We haven't, but this year for sure, like for Luna's birthday, we're not gonna have a party. We're gonna just take her somewhere. Although it's been nice to have the parties, and I know she looks forward to it because she is a social butterfly. But I think taking her somewhere, again, either Disney cruise, something like that, that she'll enjoy, and we'll also have fun too, is something that we want to do more this year, or I want to do more this year, is to do experiences rather than, and make those memories, rather than buy stuff for milestones and celebrations. And last question, how can you incorporate more gratitude and mindfulness into your daily routine? Last year I started at the beginning of the year, each week I would write something on like a little sticky note and put it in this big mason jar that I have, of something that I'm grateful for. And of course, like things happen when they become a New Year's resolution or just something you start at the new year, it fizzled out and I didn't continue. So either start that back again and or journaling. I think that's something too, just to reflect on some of the things that happen or just little things that you may take for granted that you look back and reflect, and it reminds you to be grateful for what you do have and not worry so much about what you don't have or what you're striving towards, but just be more present and aware of the blessings that are currently around you. Journaling and either the gratitude, the weekly notes, or just whenever something comes to me, I don't have to, again, stick to that where it's just one time a week. If there's something that touched me and that I want to put in my jar, just getting back to that. All right, so last one, financial goals. What savings or investment goals do you want to reach? I want to learn more about stocks and investing. I think that's something that me and my husband have talked about. So looking more into that and seeing how we can plan more for our future and our kids' future. Financial habit you like to improve or establish. And I would say just overall savings, again, learning stocks, investing, and then eliminating unnecessary spending. Like, I think that's a big thing. Like, really, before you make a purchase, like, asking yourself, is this something that I really need? Like, will this spark joy? So those type of things, like really being more mindful of how you're spending as well as being intentional with saving. Are there any big purchases or financial milestones you'd like to achieve? I would say that there's anything big, purchase or anything, if anything right now, I need a new MacBook. I've had my MacBook for like a long time, but that's not really like something like major. One thing like possibly that I've always thought about is like, I would like a studio space. And I think now that I'm in the content creation, like a space where I can record videos, like workout stuff, like in a space or studio, as well as a space that I can host cookie decorating classes. So it would be twofold with content creation, but yet it would be a space where I can put some chairs and tables and then pop up a class. So that's like something that a huge financial goal that I would like to invest in. Last one, how will you measure success in your entrepreneurial endeavors? I don't think I even mentioned macros in this. Like so I went through a certification to coach on macros, and I haven't started taking on clients or made a program if I'm going to do like a big group or just anything with that. So I want to start and create something where I can take on clients. And so if I do that, like that's a way to measure my success, again, getting me towards that full-time fitness career. Also, if I do secure brand deals and sponsorships, that's a way that I can measure my success for this year, because that's one of my main goals that I want to accomplish. And then also with my baking, I want to, instead of transitioning completely out of it, because I do love it, it is an outlet. It does allow me to be creative, where I am teaching a lot more classes each month for myself that I host. And then I also like have private classes. Like that's how I can measure my success with that business, because I don't want to give up my baking and cookies full time, but I also want to work smarter, not harder. And me doing the classes doesn't take as much time away from the other things that I also enjoy. When I do custom orders and I'm decorating by myself, that takes a lot of time. So just transitioning out of customs and then more into the cookie decorating classes. That's really all that I wanted to share for my birthday video. Again, just doing a little reflection on last year and then setting some goals and being intentional about chapter 43 and next year. I'll look back on this video, go back through the questions and like see what I did accomplish, and then have a whole new set of questions and goals for the next chapter. I hope you stuck around. We're gonna do a little cheers. I got a little cake from Nothing But Cake, and just to wish myself a happy birthday. I just wanna sing you happy birthday. I just wanna sing you happy birthday. I just wanna sing you happy birthday. birthday. See you next time. And what would be an amazing birthday gift to me if you like and subscribe and maybe share this video. I will see you on the next one. Bye.